Now, I am convinced that the Almighty wants everybody to understand why what is going to happen in Kenya will happen. Almighty God wants everybody who has ears and everybody who is interested to understand why judgment has come over Kenya. Very harsh judgment. Now, my political lecturer started talking to me about the oaths which were taken in Kenya a long time ago. And guess what? All that stuff was very boring to me. What are oaths? What do they even mean? How do traditional superstitious things become something anybody, any sane person, should pay attention to? Those are irrelevant. And I completely ignored them. Indeed, even when I started this channel, and I believe 1000% that this channel did not start by accident. I also believe, that this channel was started with objectives which I never understood when the channel was being started. Indeed, even today, I don't completely understand them. Although I've gotten glimpses here and there, a rough idea of what is happening. And so, when this channel was already many months old, I stumbled on the oaths manenos. And I started being bombarded by information about the oaths. And I was a bit confused. I couldn't understand why. And it started with information that just shocked me, from an insider. A very reliable source of information, right from the beginning of the Kumekucha brand. Somebody who never gives me information that can be doubted. And they told me that the 1969 oaths had been renewed. And very quickly it dawned on me, really it hit me, just how significant those oaths were. Because they completely changed the politics in Kenya. Into tribal politics. That was the birth of the 1 versus 41 politics. The long and short of it is that nothing in Kenya has been done that is more evil than those 1969 oaths. Nothing. And so, there must, I need to repeat that, there must be an overturn concerning those oaths. There must be judgment concerning those oaths. Must. And that is why I believe the very sensational, very amazing, very unheard of, very unprecedented events that are about to unfold in Kenya will be judgment over those oaths. And so those who are alert, those whose eyes are open, will understand when what happens. They'll understand exactly what it is and why it has happened. Something else super interesting that we need to take note of. There's been a lot of exposure in recent times about people who have been jailed for an offense they never committed. This, of course, involved something called false witnesses. You become a false witness against somebody. You say they did and they didn't do. A man called Roson Masharia was a false witness against Jomo Kenyatta in Kapinguria in the 50s. According to his own confession, he was promised money and a trip abroad. And innocent Jomo Kenyatta was jailed for something he didn't do because of that false witness. And Roson Masharia met his death along Thika Road in a most horrifying way, very painful way. He was knocked down by a vehicle. Coincidence? Maybe. Anyway, the point I want to get across is that these stories of people who have been jailed for something they didn't do has emerged at the same time when quite a number of judges are under the microscope. Quite a number of judges are about to receive human judgment. You will have heard of what is unfolding at the Supreme Court, concerning 3 judges, or is it 4? Coincidence? Maybe. But let me just say this. If I was a judge in the corrupt, rotten Kenyan system who has been taking money to jail people or to fail to jail people, I would be shaking in my boots very violently right now. So as the prophecies fly from all over the place, how do you analyze and understand whether this is a false prophecy or true? Very simple. We know what God is doing in Kenya, based on the overturn prophecies. You simply test it against the overturn prophecy. Very simple. If it is something very scary and it is linked or it can be connected to the overturn prophecies, then most probably it will come to pass. Now also remember, when God moves, the devil also moves in opposition. When the servant of God Moses went before the Pharaoh and displayed the power of God, showing him miraculous signs, the Pharaoh's magicians and witch doctors also did their thing. They also did their miracles in quotes. Bottom line, it was a battle. And so if you hear a prophecy concerning occult activities, heightened devil worship, heightened bloodletting and blood sacrifices, even over plane accidents, where the vast majority of casualties were from Kenya, then you have to understand that most probably it is true, based on the overturn prophecy. When you hear a prophecy about assassinations of very important people in Kenya, again, you test it against the overturn prophecy. And if they align, then most probably that prophecy is true. It will come to pass. Folks, we live in very dangerous times, extremely dangerous. Dangerous because the Almighty is shaking Kenya. And why is the Almighty shaking Kenya? The Almighty is shaking Kenya in order to get all the rotten fruit out of the tree. And the whole objective is a brand new Kenya. So my advice, be extremely careful, but keep your eyes focused on the new Kenya. Because those who will be allowed to see the new Kenya will be overjoyed. However, before we get there, serious trouble. That is really what it's all about. I hope now you've gotten a lot more clarity concerning all the prophecies which are flying around. I also believe it is God doing a lot of talking so that we understand. But unfortunately, the enemy, the devil, is also doing a lot of talking. Hence the confusion. But I hope after this video, you will no longer be confused. Until next time, this is Chris Kumekucha.